As you can probably see from the title, it's not great news on my cancer diagnosis, is it?
No, of course not.
So I had a scan at the start of November. That scan has come back to show that there is now progression um, in my lymph nodes. It has now spread to my supraclavicular lymph nodes here on both sides, and also my pretracheal lymph nodes, so right in front here. Um, and they're quite large as well.
And the other one, the one in your middle of your chest is grown.
My hilia, although that
Yep.
wasn't actually mentioned on this scan. So I had to have a biopsy. So I had a biopsy in my neck a couple of weeks ago to see if it was cancer, and it has come back that it has spread. I am currently waiting to find out if it has mutated or if it's still HER2. Um, but it looks like I'm going for another targeted therapy drug called Capeversitib, because I have the PIK3,
Fluorescent, yeah.
yeah, and that injection, which I'm absolutely
Yeah.
dreading. So I feel like it has been a complete whirlwind of emotions the past few months. There's been so much. Um, I can't, I'm trying to make sense of everything in my head with everything.
I know.
It's been really hard.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I've looked up the stats on when cancer spreads to these lymph nodes, and in one group, the participants didn't even make 2 years; they were all dead. So
Yeah,
it's kind of scary. It's really scary.
it is, but with looking at that stuff, we've talked about it too. They don't give a lot of details. They just give a statistical number. They don't say they tried this treatment, it didn't work. They didn't. And then you got to go by how old the study was and stuff. There are details that you got to look at when you look at that stuff, because there's a lot of targeted therapies brand pretty new within the last 7 years, really. And especially the drug you're getting ready to go on is just got approved this year in your country. So
Yeah, for the NHS.
it's the
Yeah.
latest as far as that goes. So there are different things that go into it. You know what lifestyle changes they made, which ones they didn't. They don't give a lot of details, but you see that statistical number, and it's not good. No, but it just
I
doesn't.
mean, the first thing you see is you Google it, it says it's a really bad prognosis. It's seen as dire once it's spread there.
Oh yeah, truly. Anyway, yeah, it's no good to go anywhere like that. But it's not
Hi,
a.
Stacey.
Hi, Stacy. It's not your. It's just not your story. Because we just don't know the details behind it.
The awful thing is, which is so upsetting, is that my scan back in July, I was initially told that my cancer was growing and the hilio lymph node was enlarged. Um, but I transferred hospitals and I transferred, and they told me that they'd re-looked at all my imaging. They could not see that it had grown and that it was stable. I ordered my medical notes, and when went through those medical notes, I found an entry from the radiologist who said that
Mhm.
my hilio lymph node was enlarged, but he couldn't determine why it was enlarged, and he was recommending a repeat CT scan. I never got that repeat CT scan. The hospital phoned me up to tell me I was stable. Well, great news, you can stay on that drug. And I stayed on that drug. Um, and it's not been working. Um, and then I had my scan in November. And when I looked, I think it was it the pretracheal lymph node? It was one of those lymph nodes. And it said that it was previously this size, which would be enlarged. So even back in July, that lymph node was enlarged and nobody picked up on it. So
Yeah, they just missed a bunch of stuff. That's
So
what they
yeah,
did.
I've been carrying on with a treatment that hasn't worked.
Well, then you had to do a tooth stuff. So, and then you had to go off of whatever for 6 weeks, and then you told them that, and they were like, "Well, you've been on partial treatment," which was bullcrap because they don't know which one failed first, the hormone blocker or the Kisqali or both of it. They just don't
Yeah.
know, and they were assuming they're just pinpointing, "Oh, the Kisqali quit working," but it's which is crazy because all the other spots in your body were stable. The main culprit, your breast, and then your lung, and your other spots were stable. It's
Yeah,
just,
those were stable, but
but that
my
didn't mean the cancer was stable, like they said, at all.
no, I wasn't stable at all. I I, I just
Incredible Hulk, hi. But yeah, it's just
I,
trash, you know.
I don't know. So yeah,
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's where you're at, and it's horrible. It's not. It's not good.
Yeah, so I had to have biopsy in my neck here, which was it wasn't that bad. It was just uncomfortable, and it took about a week for the results to come back. So, and then today I've had an endoscopy because that was the other thing is I was reporting symptoms in my throat. I've had a lump in my throat. I've been coughing, a persistent cough.
Strangulation filling.
And now I've got like a feeling that I'm being strangled. I have this sensation that I've yeah, it's horrible. But now I know the sizing. I'm not surprised. So,
Yeah.
so that's my little update. So I'm changing all my treatment this week, hopefully.
Oh yeah. How about the repurposed drug route?
Yeah, you can talk about that.
What about the repurposed
You're
drugs?
the one that's kind of led me to that.
No, we found a bunch of stuff on social media about that, about the new wave of repurposed drugs, or like drugs that were designed for other things that they're learning fights cancer and is very effective without destroying your immune system. So, hello?
Yeah. So what drugs are those?
Well, there's several different kinds. There's ivermectin, there's fenbendazole, there's metformin, uh, astrastatin, and several different things. So you have started taking a couple alternatives or repurposed drugs, but tell them what happened when you brought it up to your doctor.
Uh, yeah. So I said I was going to be taking metformin. Um, what else? Doxycycline. And he was like, "There's no evidence that those, and there's no evidence to suggest that those work." And he he basically said he wouldn't advise them, basically. And then
What is-
I said I was going to do it anyway. And then he was like, "Well, I need to contact the pharmacy to look for drug interactions as well."
Well, there's no studies that pharma's putting out there, big pharma, to endorse that stuff. But but to say there's no studies showing that, but there is case studies as far as people's testimonies, you know, and they're showing
Mm,
their scan results and they're showing stuff. So, you know what I mean?
I know. But I'm going to do it anyway because I kind of feel like with how dire my situation has become now, I really don't have anything to lose. So I've been taking the stuff that you probably shouldn't take. and we and now we've sourced the one from India, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been hard to source that stuff because we didn't really know a lot where to find that stuff, and we've learned as we went.
Hmm. But
Doing what we can.
it's just been really tough. I just feel like I've gone on an emotional roller coaster. You
Yeah,
know,
obviously.
your cancer's growing. Oh no, you're stable. Oh, it's actually worse than we thought. It's now progressed to a different location.
Yeah, the stable thing was the horriblest thing because they knew when they said that to you, that that was not true.
And then when I brought it up, that I'd found it in all my medical notes that the radiologist had said, repeat CT scan, and that I saw I wasn't stable. He was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that that wasn't relayed. You feel that that wasn't relayed properly to you."
Yeah, we feel sorry for you that you were mad about it. You know?
And yeah, I've got now I've got paperwork showing the nurse said they've relayed that I was stable, that they'd reviewed my scans and it was good news and I was happy, blah blah blah. You know, it's
Yeah,
just felt like mental torment. It's been so hard.
that's horrible. Horrible on your family and you and your daughter, and it's just horrible. Horrible because you get that good news and you're believed that you're supposed to believe them. They're your doctor, you know. And they intimately said they went over all of your stuff. They said they reviewed everything. And you said, "Are you sure?" "Yes, we're sure. It's great news." Repeated to
Yeah,
you like 2 or 3 times. But it was a lie because if they would have went over everything, which they said they did, they would have seen that. Because when you got the report, you seen it. It was in the report from the radiologist. So it's just a lie, man.
I know. So the the other thing that I asked was if I could do the oral chemotherapy drug rather,
Well,
and
give
then
a little back up on it first,
what?
because they ordered that. So when you first switched to bath, the doctor ordered it and you signed the thing to do the chemo drug. And that was supposed to be
Th-
a go.
that was to get me on something while they waited to test for that pick.
Yeah.
Um, but that was ages ago. That feels like such a long time ago now. But anyway, now I are
Explain it. Maybe say where you're at. She's in the UK. So and I'm in the United States. So it's a little different healthcare. Anybody tuning in from the US and people, if you're tuning in from the UK, then you know what she's talking about as far as your guys' medicine. But anyway, I said that to kind of when you get to the conclusion of what they told you, you know.
yeah. So obviously, I found out I could do another targeted therapy drug, which is the Cape Versatib, which was new to the NHS this year that they funded it. So I could do that targeted therapy drug. But obviously, I know I can do the chemo drug as well. And I asked if I could do the chemo drug first and then come back to that targeted therapy drug. And he said he would have to go away and find out. Anyway, they've come back and said if I choose to do the chemo drug, I cannot then do that targeted therapy drug. I can't go back to it because of funding, which doesn't make any sense to me because I can do it now.
Because
It,
that's another thing that's true because that doctor is the one who was really down on repurposed drugs. So basically he's saying he wants you to do what he wants you to do. Is what he's
yeah,
saying.
and that's exactly how I felt because I said which one would be most effective at trying to get my cancer down. And he did not answer that. He just went on about the targeted therapy drug that, we know this works well. And I said, well, that's if I respond to it, you know?
Just like they said Kisqali and Latrexel, you know, just like they said that, and then they said it lasted longer. It's not good. And then they offered you, so when you went to that hospital originally and you were in between when they admitted that maybe that the Kisqali had stopped working because you came from a hospital, and in that report, right when you got to the new hospital, it said the treatment had failed. That's what the
Yeah.
old hospital. So the new doctor at the new hospital that you're at now looked at that and said, okay, if this is the case, then we can start you on the chemo pill right now, and you can switch to the targeted therapy if you do approve for it later. So that just discredits everything that new doctor said.
I
So
know.
every time you've went in, you've had a new doctor. You've seen one twice, and one you've seen different people. That's horrible. You don't stay with the same oncologist, and they all have different opinions. You
Mm.
know, horrible.
I think it's definitely made me realize that you need to advocate for your own health. You need to be on
Mm.
top of all your blood results, all your scans, check
Everybody,
everything
please
yourself.
request all of your scans. So here in America, we got things called MyChart and stuff where you get your test results before a doctor does. Even if you can't understand them, you get them and you can look through them. But you've had medical training, you kind of understand a lot better than a lot of people would. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get that because when you got that, it was totally different than you're being told. You caught stuff that they didn't see. And that's the importance of I please guys, everybody, if you get tests done or you get anything, I don't care what country you're in, request everything. Doctor's notes, testing, blood tests. I don't care any kind of contact with the doctor. If they document it, request it, please. So that don't happen to you guys. Because we both assume that you're not the only one that they've done this to or they're doing this to. You can't be patient zero, you know.
I think what's so disheartening is I know that definitely from July my treatment wasn't working. And we're now going into December and
It means it
I'm
would have
in
had to quit
limbo.
working in June, maybe May, June, or July is when it
Yeah.
stopped working, honestly. Because that's when you started having symptoms in your chest, in your neck, and that's when you started having symptoms. And you reported, and they, oh, it's GERD. And another thing, you guys, I don't know. It's so crazy to me where she is. They do not even examine you. They don't put their hands on your neck. They do no physical examination there at all. They don't put a stethoscope on your heart and listen to your lungs. They don't do doctor stuff. Here it's mandatory. Like they listen to your lungs and stuff. It's so weird to me. Even oncology visits, because I had cancer and I went when I did mine, he even listens to your heart and stuff. And I think that goes back to stage 4 diagnosis, which we're learning is when that gets labeled on somebody or when that happens, they just don't do any. It sucks, man, because the treatment is completely different.
I think what's annoyed me is they always talk about patient choice, but where's the patient choice? Do
Well,
you know what I
it's not.
mean? I asked, can I do the chemo? Yeah, you can do the chemo, but if you can't go back to that targeted therapy drug. So obviously, I mean, I'm backed in a corner. I have to do that targeted therapy drug.
Well, that was before you really thought about pushing back on them and finding out if that is the truth. And then, like you were going through your documents tonight, and and you got evidence actually that you could do that because you have a doctor at their hospital who works for them saying that you could. You have it on paper saying we can do the chemo right now. We can switch you to the targeted therapy later if you qualify for another one. So that is true. You,
Yeah. So there's been so many, I feel like there's been so many errors, me reporting symptoms and that not being actioned on. I've only just had an endoscopy, which I had today, which was horrible.
you woke up in it
Oh my God.
in the
They
middle
said,
of
do
it.
you want a sedation? I went, yeah, definitely. And then I woke up and I was just gagging. It was
That's horrible.
awful. It was so horrible. And also, I think because the past few weeks, I'm literally had a biopsy, had a scan, you know, blood tests, and then this week I've got blood tests, and then I've got to go for this new injection.
No, you've also had your physical therapy because of your injury on your arm from the PET scan. Like
Yeah, I know.
you've had
Physio.
all of that to deal
I'm
with.
getting so like, please just stop touching. I want everybody to stop touching me. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of having all these treatments. It's just, I feel like it's traumatizing me now. It's making me so anxious. And like today, it was so hard because I was told to go and do a pregnancy test. And I said, why do I need to do a pregnancy test? You know, I'm, I'm on all these hormone blockers. I can't have periods anymore. I'm in
You
menopause.
haven't been intimate in over a year.
Oh my God. It's so painful. It's just, and then you're like, well, I'm stage 4, and then it's like, oh, you poor thing, that must be really tough. And have you got good family? And it's like, I know people are being kind, but I also don't want pity.
No, but how about the guy at work too?
Oh
That
my God,
freaking
that was
lunatic.
disgusting. So I've been very open with people at work that I've got cancer, and they asked me how my scan went and everything. Anyway, so this colleague of mine knew that my cancer had spread, and I said it's not a good prognosis. Anyway, then just out of the blue, he went, "So is your daughter going to live with her dad then?" And it took me a moment to click what he was insinuating because I couldn't quite believe that he was insinuating that. And I said, "What, when I die?" And he said, "Yes." He said,
You already pulled your card, you know?
"Yeah, I know." And he said, "Yeah, you thought about what's going to happen, you know, with your daughter?" And I said, "Of course I have." And he went, "Oh, so you are making plans then?" That was so hard. That was so insensitive. It's just I'm really struggling with my mental health at the moment.
Of course.
It's bad enough dealing with the, you know, diagnosis,
I
but
know.
having somebody burying me already, you know.
And it's somebody you don't even really talk to. That's the thing, and that's just insensitive. It's crap. I'm sorry that happened to you, you know? It sucks.
I don't know. I don't really know how to get myself out of this slump that I'm in at the moment, this depression.
You gotta see results from what you're doing. That's what it's gonna take. I think those will come. That's why you're doing it. Even if you're in robot mode and you're just barely holding your head above water, just hang in there and see. It's worth seeing, you know? It is. And if you do start seeing results, which I believe you will, taking all that stuff and doing that, it might give a little bit of spark to carry you through to the next one, till you get that full fight spirit back in you like you had at the beginning. Remember? You were like, "No sugar, no da 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 da."
Mm.
Like, you were, like, pissed at it.
Yeah, and I need to get back into that no sugar because the only time I had decent results on my scan was that
Had
first
amazing
sugar.
results. They're
Yeah,
amazing.
that was the first ever scan, and I'd cut sugar out and everything. And then, if thinking my scans now have just got worse each one. It's
Oh,
horrible.
and they just hasn't been any really clear radiology, Sarah, you know? There just hasn't. They've been so confusing and so messed up, and then it specifically states stuff, but when they explain it, it's completely different than what they're stating. It's just really weird, and not just because it's a medical document, it's actually, like, they don't know what they're it's, like, crazy, man. All those scans are, like, backwards and sideways, and they're leaving stuff out, and said it was in both lungs in one of them. Not true. Not true.
And now this, when I started out on this journey, my understanding was that I had three nodules in my right lung. And then on one scan, it said I had nodules in both lungs. And then,
3 nodules in each lung, same size on each nodule in both lungs. It was really weird, but they said it. They said both lungs,
and now it's saying that I've just got one nodule in my right
which
lung.
which that's why we're waiting. You're getting ready to get your first scan so you can actually see the images yourself. And if you see three nodules in there, and then you see this latest one with one nodule, that's a good thing, you know, because that's the discrepancy we're talking about here. You know what I mean?
It's
That's a
like
huge
every scan
discrepancy.
is different. It's like you really just don't know what to believe.
No, that's a huge discrepancy from 3 dots to 6 dots to 1 dot. What are you talking about?
But they're definitely missing stuff as well, which is
Yeah,
kind of scary.
what do they call that one? Their I don't know, their explanation of everything, their little stuff they give at the bottom's all twisted. It's not good. And then everything you brought up, that doctor that you just seen kinda tried to defend in his. You know what I mean? But
Well, he said, "Oh, I can't remember the words he said now, but he basically said, you seem to be have an issue with your scan reports. So
with
you could
radiology,
you could make a complaint if you want to do with radiology."
but not to take into
But
account that the doctor's the one that come out and got you and said, "Hey, it's great news. You're stable."
yeah, and and radiology did say we recommend repeat scan because we're not sure why this is growing. We can't say what it is at the moment.
No, because when it's in the lymph nodes in the research we did too, sometimes it can be infection. That's why they're not sure at first. And because there was they also seen a cell death in there and what did they call it? Necrosis in there. They just weren't
Yeah,
sure because you'd been sick and they just weren't sure. You know what I
but
mean?
they should. But coupled with the fact of the symptoms I was having, they should have done more. They
Yeah, like
should have explored more, not left me on the same drug and
you should have had a
ignored it.
repeated scan. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So yeah, it's been really hard. I think I've cried a lot. I feel like I've cried just as much as when I was diagnosed.
I'm crying too. It's
I know.
horrible.
We're all crying. My mum's crying. My mum was distraught the other week. You know, apart from when I was diagnosed, when she broke down. She broke down again because she's googling as well statistics, and she can't comprehend that her daughter could die before her.
Yeah, no.
It's so hard. Whew.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really say that. Don't say that.
I'm just gonna remove it.
Got it. Yeah, I know it's just sorry. I don't mean you're giving up though, you feel the way you feel right now, but it doesn't mean that. It just means you're grieving and going through the
I'm I'm kind of seeing it that this coming week I should be starting my new treatment, and sorry, Uh, I'm going to be starting my new treatment, and it's a complete chance to just reset with everything, supplements, everything, diet, and just go for it.
yeah, it's time. No time to waste, especially because you can't we learned huge lessons with this. You know what I mean? Huge. That they actually don't know as much as they say they know too. And you can see by all the confusion, on all the stuff. Because they're not dumb. They're work at a breaking like a research hospital and stuff. There are smart people there. It's just that I don't know. I don't get it. Seems like radiology is the start of it all. That hospital, at all of them.
I don't know, but I am going to be filing a complaint, even though I've only just moved there. God.
Yeah.
I left the last hospital because I wasn't happy there, and now I've moved to another one that's just delayed my treatment.
No, the other one, she lied like in clinical notes. She lied about when you went in and seen them. They did. They lied. Like you spoke and they said a bunch of stuff that you did not say. First of all, and you asked her to remove it, and she said, "Absolutely, I'll remove it," admitting that she did. She wasn't being honest in her stuff, or she wouldn't have been
No,
so.
well, she didn't quite say it like that. She said, which bit do you want me to remove?"
She did say she would remove it, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, only because I said this was a legal document and there's inaccuracies, things I
Right.
did not say, so I want it removed. I, I feel like you have to be.
Well,
I feel like you have to really just. I don't know.
yeah, it was in the UK. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this happened
Yeah.
in the UK. Is that? It's happening in the UK. Yeah, currently, like, in the last couple.
When I first got diagnosed with cancer, it's so shocking, and I was straight off the bat stage 4. Um,
Within
and
a 2 year.
I just did my treatment, and then I wanted as least involvement with the hospital possible. That was my way of coping. And I kind of buried my head in the sand, and I shouldn't have done. And now I'm like, I want to know everything. I'm checking everything. You know, I'm really taking my health into my own hands now and having to confront the fact that I've got stage 4, which is really hard to come to terms with.
I know. Just hang in there.
It's so hard. And I'm really struggling with the hormone, and I know it's the hormone stuff because I'm currently off any
Horrible.
treatment apart from hormone medication. I'm really struggling with joint pain. And then the
Hard.
doctor was just like, do Pilates, do yoga.
It's debilitating though. Like I think it's toxic from it. You've been on it so long. And it's not stuff that you can stop because it's an injection. Once you get write it out, because I didn't even know until like last night or the night before about it's an implant they give you and that stuff. I just thought it was a shot. So it's like a time release. Thank you from Ireland.
Thank you very
Keep
much. I know. I think I just feel like I'm going through grief again at the moment. Like knowing it's progressed into my neck.
yeah.
And the fact that I've got those symptoms constantly of a lump in my throat, my voice is hoarse, I have a persistent cough, and then I feel like I'm being strangled. It's
And then
just a constant reminder.
other than that, they blame it on stomach acid or GERD. They don't even when you told them about your symptoms, they were like, that's all they did. They
I
didn't
know.
say, we offer steroids or we offer this or we do this. They nothing. Nothing. Did nothing. Yeah, she's incredible.
No, I'm
She's
not. I feel like I've been so weak. I
going
just,
you have good days too. You do have days than just right now, you know. It's just really shocking right now. You just had a bunch of shit dumped on you. A whole bunch of shit. And when you're getting it from you're the last people where you're going to those people to have your life saved is why you're even going. To have them do that is very scary because they are that last line that you were counting on to go get life-saving drugs from, which really led us into to the repurposed drugs, stuff like that, to really take your health into your own hands and to really search for cures and healing on your own, because of what we've seen, honestly. You cannot just rely on your doctors, guys. I promise you. And especially with the stage 4 diagnosis, you are just only going to focus on keeping you comfortable
yeah,
long in your life. They are not interested in healing you at all. Not one bit. Not
I
one damn
know.
bit.
It's like game over, isn't it? It's game over for you now.
And
It's
if they were to take a poll on stage 4, I guarantee it's everybody like that. They're not interested in healing them. Any regular oncologies, they're not. Like the integrative ones we're hearing about are different. They're more into really like fixing the body's terrain and boosting your natural immunity. That is starting to prove that it can kill cancer on its own. There's some amazing stuff coming out, but we don't need that in the future. We need it now. Searching.
I know. Unfortunately, it just takes so long, doesn't it, to get everything through?
Yeah, look how long it took us to really find a source for the the repurposed drugs and how we had to send them
I know.
and
How we ordered ivermectin, didn't we, from India?
yeah, I don't have
I
a
told
case.
I told my mum that. I said we got the ivermectin from India, and she went, "You didn't." I went, "Yeah, we did." And she was like,
And you know what? And some other things I would say that, but it's a real like legitimate pharmacy and it's great business and they're straight up and they got there fast and
"Yeah."
they really are. And there's other people that are on it that are seeing amazing results. And then Dr. Campbell, I'll give him a shout out. We watch his channel. He also gets his stuff from India, also different brand than we got, but he gets it. It's from the same place.
Yeah, and he also looks at, you know, studies, doesn't he, into this, what there is out there
Oh,
to back
absolutely.
to back it up, what he's saying. He's not advocating to take ivermectin, but he's just presenting the,
No, we're
case
not
studies.
we're not telling anybody to take anything or stop treatments or doing
No,
any of that. But we're definitely going to record your journey along this way. and I think you're gonna do some TikTok stuff. Defy the
God,
odds.
thank you.
And we're
I
seeing more
don't,
and more.
do you know, I don't feel like it at the moment because I feel like I've only had one good scan. After that, it's all just gone downhill. So it's really hard for me to think that I can turn it around. Okay.
But we've looked at journeys of some people. I don't even know if I can say them, but anyway, on TikTok and stuff, and they had cancer in so many places and so bad. And it is turning around though with those kind of drugs and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
just like you said in the beginning, changing the terrain of our bodies.
It's easier said than done though, because when I'm depressed, I comfort eat. So then I go for the rubbish food and all the food that I shouldn't. So it's really hard. It takes a lot of discipline to do that. But it's like if you look at radical remission cases, they've usually done something radical like radical diet change.
They've changed everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Great book, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's inspirational. Like, I should read it again because I'm feeling so hopeless at the moment and I feel so scared. And especially with like Christmas coming up, and I'm thinking, is this my last Christmas? And then my mum asked me what I wanted for my birthday and Christmas, and I said, I don't need anything because I'll probably be dead in a year. So I don't need any more anything else. That's how I think at the moment. It's really hard for me to get out of that mindset. Ah, yeah, I'd love to change. I don't know. It's really hard to get a doctor, isn't it? That you trust. Like, I'm on my second hospital now.
Follows you on this guy. He's a follower of the channel.
Yeah.
Daniel, I think I recognize the name. Yeah. Yeah, and then
I
she's also in the process of meeting with as soon as they take new patients, they will in January starting care oncology, and then you've also got a contact information of an integrative oncologist also.
Yeah.
It's just you're just fighting feelings right now. Uh,
Yeah, I think I'm definitely feeling like broken again and scared and hopeless.
What's RN?
Really struggling.
What's RN? Royal. You not seeing that comment? Are you seeing that?
It's yeah,
What is that?
the hospital, I think.
What
I can't really afford to go like too far out of my catchment area because like that's another thing. Like, I feel like my cancer's got heading up and I'm so worried that my it's gonna go into my brain and that I won't be able to drive and ugh.
been told that yet?
I know I haven't been told that, but it's a fear of mine.
I'm not saying that, but you haven't been told that.
I know, but I think about that all the time. And then I don't know how I would cope. I live in the country. I wouldn't be able to work. I'd struggle to get out and have any quality of life. I'm just in a very dark place at the moment. Really dark place. And then I feel bad because I feel like I'm making everybody else around me feel depressed because I'm
No,
depressed.
because people love you. That's why. Has nothing to do with you being depressed or you being happy. It's because people love you and they see you struggling.
I know, but my mum said to me the other day she doesn't know what to say to me.
She doesn't need to say
And
anything.
she's like, "What can you say?" Like,
She needs to
it's
spend time
just
with you. I
it's
don't think anybody
horrible.
said anything to you, sweetheart. It's just stuff you gotta come to conclusions on. What you want to do and how you want your treatment to go and stuff like that, and just love on you. you know? Like you said, you're just going through it right now. It's shocking. It's a lot right now. It's a lot. All at once, too.
I know, and I feel like I'm gonna start my new treatment this week, hopefully. I'm scheduled for it. But then I saw one woman absolutely in tears because she got really bad diarrhea on it, and she has to wear incontinency pads and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's just terrifying because I don't know how I'm going to respond to that medication and if it doesn't work. And it's just like, I'm just grieving. I just want my old life back and I can't have it back. And I can't make plans, you know? I'm terrified to go on holiday in case I get sick. Like we want to plan our wedding and I'm just thinking, well, my next scan would be in February. And what if the treatment's not working and it's progressed again?
Just to cross that when we get there, but we have taken the time off and work, and we're just kind of keeping that there. And but that's not what important, because if it is good, and we'll do it, and if we can't, we can't. We right then. But it's getting you to a point where you see a spark of hope, where you see that there is hope. You just don't see it right now because you haven't had good results, and lies and a bunch of crap and just bullshit, man. From the doctors, it's just fucking bullshit. Excuse my language.
Dealing with the medical professions is like a job in itself.
Beautiful Caroline, all the time, every day. Thank you. She does look well, but she just don't feel good.
I don't feel good.
Like, feels like sick inside, like, and not just with depression and stuff, but like she just don't feel good. And her joints hurt, and
I feel
just
tired all the time. If I go out, I just want to come home. I just want to sleep so I don't have to be aware of everything and deal with
so
death thoughts constantly.
I had a prostate cancer, stage 3 prostate cancer in 2023. So yes, if I'd been diagnosed also, yeah. So and that's what Sarah just said about wearing the diapers for incontinence. I had to wear those for a year and a half, and that ain't no fun. It's embarrassing, but I had to do it. Not that I want you to, but did you get through this? You know, and we don't know what the side effects are. That's the most scary thing, is because you just don't know. And we see these horror stories and stuff, and that is scary, not knowing. And it's easy to say how somebody would act, but until you're faced with death or whatever, you just don't. Do you feel the way she says she feels right now? Did you ever feel? Yeah, man, I lost like 60 pounds. It was horrible. But I got mine when I was incarcerated.
I remember you saying about, oh, I wouldn't recommend this as a diet, as a like to lose weight, cancer. I bloody get a stage 4 cancer. I don't bloody lose weight.
You probably would. That's why, because they mess with your hormones, honestly. Oh man, completely mentally and emotional, because my PSA was so high, and they told me to expect the worst, is what they told me, because as high as my PSA was, they completely fully expected it to be everywhere. And when I started getting my scans and stuff, it was different, and then it just ended up different. But yeah, because I was tortured with it 24/7. When you get that diagnosis and the unknown, it's horrible. It's horrible, man. She's seen
Oh
got
yeah.
in my calls. Same thing.
I remember your letters, like you were talking about like hospice care and if you only had 3 months to live and I remember you telling me I could go if I wanted to and stuff.
Yeah, you tried that bullshit too. That didn't work.
I know.
Honestly, I don't know. Mine was at stage 4, and each person handles it different. But like, I do have I can kind of know what she's going through. You know what I mean? Where you're facing death like that. Not fully. Her cancer is progressing. It's a lot more serious, but I've experienced those feelings. You know, and they're horrible, man. And I can't comfort her right now, and it sucks.
Like,
And then you sit there, and I have thoughts too, watching her if she dies and stuff like that. Like, it's horrible, man. It's fucking horrible.
like I've over the years nursed people with stage 4 cancer, and
I was in for bank
but
robbery.
you never ever can understand what somebody goes through with stage 4 until you go through it. Like, the mental torment is constant. And I wish I could just get out of my head. But it's just there all the time, and when it does progress and it gets worse, it's just, how can you not just see death? It's like every time you take a step closer.
And and I want to clarify, it's not necessarily death itself. It's like you've always said, I don't want to die a horrible death. It's thinking it'll be a horrible death or something really, really bad. You know, that's a scary, like, that's horrible. Thinking it's just going to be a really brutal bad one.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I don't want to die in pain, like especially when my cancer is, I'll be choked. Can't stop, won't be able to breathe if it, you know. Who wants to die like that? But also, the hardest thing is just, I don't want to leave my daughter. Like, she's not mature enough yet to cope by herself. That kills me inside.
well, thank you.
And then I just think about you and me, that we've just had blockages all the time. Like, it's just so hard to be together.
Brutal. Brutal. Like the day we were actually going to talk to our wedding planner too is the day she got that news on her scan. It seems like it's messed up. That was like a low blow right there. That seemed really horrible. The day we had that little hope because they told you were stable and you weren't even believing it, but they tried to make you convince you and believe it. You know what I mean? Telling you, which
I
was a horrible thing for them to do.
In my gut, I knew I wasn't stable just because of the symptoms I was experiencing. I just
But
knew.
yeah, but you couldn't quite because you had that tooth infection. You had different things going on too, so you weren't
I've
really
had
so.
so much going on.
It's just been rough, man. Shit's been rough, babe.
I know.
You know. But new days are coming really fast this week. Yeah, we're gonna marry each other. That's the plan. that
That,
that's the,
that's been the plan like for 4 years. That shows how many blockages we've had.
what started really planning lately. You know, in the last year. And remember when you came out last time, you were just gonna stay on your next trip. We were gonna marry and
Was I?
wanted to work. It's just been bad. It's been horrible. So,
I know.
well, you weren't gonna wanting to stay on here an hour, were you? Like I said, it would probably
I
be an hour. You said
I
30
don't. I,
minutes.
I was going to just stay on for half an hour. It's now nearly
Yeah,
an hour of
sorry,
us talking.
I ever joined you guys, and then she changed to Sarah and Dustin, but it tells pretty much our story. If you guys are tuning in and you care, you want to like and follow. Like, we're doing these more than you sitting and editing videos and doing all of that. We've been just doing a lot of lives because it's easy, and you just don't feel good to do all
Yeah,
that.
I've got zero motivation. I mean, I'm continuing to work, and that gets me
But
out.
American, our hot women, well, she is very hot and beautiful,
No, I'm
and
not.
yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
I can get that now, but you're gorgeous, babe.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, we even locked it in with this. So, but that's in our story too. I mean, they're good videos, and she put a lot of work into those. But
kind
do.
of.
Yeah,
But it just takes a long time to edit videos. It's easier just to do the live stream at the moment for me because I've got no energy, no mental energy, no physical energy.
but yeah, we want to really try to come back and do this a little more because she does have some things coming up, and we want to try and beat this. Honestly, that is the goal. Just don't feel like you're right this second. You're dealing with a lot, but like tonight, you were getting your stuff in order, like your supplements and getting things in order, getting ready to start the repurposed drugs this week, starting the rest of them. So, and we see some pretty brave cases where women have just opted to just do repurposed drugs only. And I'm not one of them. I'm going to go with science also. And so,
I know, I kind of wish I was brave enough. Like, we're following one woman on TikTok who's got the same type of cancer as me, and she is just doing the repurposed drugs, supplements, diet, and
killing
her
her.
cancer has been decreasing across her body. She's got it in
Barely.
multiple locations.
Thank you. She has it in her liver, in her spine. She has it everywhere, and she's just like she's chose to
Lymph
just
nodes, bones.
years ago breast cancer. Her name's Tammy's Journey on TikTok, but she had that's what it. But she had it. She's a nurse, like you're a nurse. This is weird. Cancer's pretty much the same age, just weird. But I question. I won't say what I think caused your cancer, but we'll get banned again. But you did like you noticed a lump on your breast 2 years prior than your stage 4 diagnosis, and you had a mammogram, and they said you had perfect breast tissue, best they've ever seen. And then you felt another lump 2 years later, and then you went in and got it checked, and all of a sudden you got stage 4 breast cancer. That's a turbo cancer, a rapid cancer, any way you look at it.
Mm, I know, just came out nowhere.
Mine did too. So horrible, man. I looked like a skeleton, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You lost loads of weight.
Yeah, quick.
You look so ill when,
At
yeah.
first, it was like colorectal cancer, and they didn't even diagnose me right. Did a colonoscopy, and kind of like you did that endoscopy today. Why? You know, uh, yeah,
Mm.
all backwards, huh? Just treat the damn disease we got. Oh, I'll sub. I support you guys and everything, and I hope for the best for you both. I'll join the journey. Thank you. One hell of a journey, baby. One hell
That's
of
a
a journey.
bloody scary journey.
Frightening, but
Yeah.
not impossible. It's not. There are stories of people that are showing us that it's not impossible today.
Mm. I
10 years
think
ago, drugs and stuff weren't even being used. They were not being used. They weren't. Doesn't happen.
I think science is definitely looking, showing the promising, like with your immune system, that is the way forward with beating cancer.
I'll give him a short shout out. Dr. Lee, YouTube is one of them that's saying that. And I
Yeah,
can't pronounce
he's one.
it. Xiang. Dr. Xi is another one who
Dr.
created
Patrick, yeah,
Xiang, but
I,
he's created a medicine that they hype up your immune system, and it actually is killing cancer. So, and they
yeah.
did a study on Chris Como News Weekly is where we seen it just recently. Pretty awesome. But anything else you want to say?
No, because I feel like I'm an emotional wreck at the moment. It's
You're
just
beautiful,
really hard, really hard.
very much. No.
Scary times.
Yeah. Anything else? You want to wrap this up, or you want to keep going?
I want to wrap it up before I burst into tears. I had you crying last night because I was so low.
Cry all the time. I just feel so inadequate. You know,
You shouldn't do. You do. You've done
no,
so much for me.
separated by an ocean makes me feel inadequate because that's doing that kind of stuff is not what you really need. You just need me there holding your hand sometimes, or holding you at night, or bringing you something to drink when you don't feel like you can get up. Those kind of things that we take for granted, I think, in relationships today just the closeness of being together, you guys. Love those who you love. If you love somebody or you have somebody, cherish those people, man. Could be gone tomorrow. So
I think what pains me is if we never get that chance to be together, you know,
yeah.
like you said, people just take it for granted. Having some, like for me, it means a lot to me. Just like when we've gone like grocery shopping, those simple things mean everything to me.
What's your favorite store?
Huh?
What's your favorite store besides TK Maxx?
I've forgotten what it's called now.
What?
What?
You forgot what your favorite store is? The big box store from Switzerland or
What?
Sweden.
Oh, IKEA.
Ah,
No, I was thinking of that other one, that home store. I've forgotten what it's
that was
called.
your favorite store, Home Goods.
Home Goods, that's it.
Like,
Like just doing normal things, like buying things for the home.
eh,
And now I feel like we won't get that chance ever to be together.
yeah, but we're not quitting. So
It just feels so unfair.
we haven't exhausted every avenue,
And
passports and stuff yet.
I remember when you had cancer, you were saying like, I'm sure you said you weren't afraid to die, but it was the fact of being cheated out of.
I'm not. I don't. Obviously, I don't want to die, but I don't think that instant of death is the worst thing. It's like we talked about. It's the painful death, the horrible death, and then feeling like you didn't complete and love enough, man. Because when you're by yourself and you're going through this, which you're alone right now, you are like with your thoughts. It's just the simple fact of being with somebody you love, or just enjoying walks and going to the store and doing just stuff, just being in each other's company. We talk every day, though. I'll tell you that. Making the best of it, guys.
Yeah, we do talk every day,
Tell
multiple
me,
times.
I know too much.
Multiple times. Oh my God. But it just feels so unfair. I don't think from being diagnosed, I personally don't think I have been angry. I just feel a lot of, no, I haven't. I just feel a lot of grief and sorrow.
I'm calling you out right now on that.
What?
Got the car parker next to you. It comes out in different ways, but you are angry. You've been getting road rage and shit a little bit, babe.
No,
A little bit.
no.
Stupid stuff
No,
is really.
I'm talking about my cancer. You know, some people get angry. I don't really feel like I have been angry. I just feel very sad and very grief stricken. I've gone through a lot of grief and reflection about my life. That's what's so hard. And then I pray and I don't feel like anybody's listening up there.
We're working on it, Karen. I just had a few things I had to wrap up here, but we're in the process of where I can try to visit if she's too sick to travel or and it gets like that. But the goal is to get married and her to. We're supposed to meet up again in April and March, or March and April. That's the plan right now. But obviously, we got to go by with her health. But the immigration process is very brutal, you guys. Very brutal. No matter in America, especially right now today, no, and easy in your country if you come over on a boat, and if you.
Stop it.
It's easy if you come in illegally, but if you try to do it the right way with applications and stuff like that, and it's legitimate, it is very, very difficult. It's very difficult. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, she's traveled here several times already to see me. But like I said, I was formerly incarcerated, so mine's a process. I have to get I won't have a problem getting a passport. It's to visit her country specifically. I don't know if you're from there, Carolina, or where you're at. It's visas. It's different. They're called
Yeah.
visas. It's
And
different. Going to Mexico, the Bahamas, you have to have visas. So the states have the same problem. Sounds lovely. I know. Bahamas is where we're going to marry. So
that's the plan. Let's hope that I get at least stable results on my
yeah,
next scan.
both times the same guy moved to the United States to get married. Yeah, that way's also possible. But now you got to put in health and stuff. And I've actually got a really good job and I got health insurance now. So that's going to make it a little easier if she did immigrate here. But health care across the United States are crazy, you guys. That's the point. I'm trying to get her at least stable and start making her cancer die before she feels comfortable. She doesn't feel safe just leaving her medical, even though it's shit right now, and coming here and you have to go bankrupt to save somebody's life. That's what it is like in the United States. It could be. Not so much to do treatments like you're doing right now, targeted therapies and stuff. That's okay. Insurance covers them. But if you need an operation or something here, man, oh man, I don't care if you got Blue Cross or Blue Shield. It's really horrible right now for health insurance. But easy for like medications aren't bad. It's when you need procedures, you know.
Yeah. And I can criticize doctors in our NHS, but I am really grateful that, I don't have to worry about funding my medical treatment or going for an endoscopy, going
No,
for CT scans. It's all there, it's all paid for us. All the medications, I just go and pick my prescription up. I don't have to worry about an insurance company signing off to say, yeah, they'll fund that.
that's what you got to worry about here for serious things, but you have patient choice here. There, you don't have to worry about it, but you don't have patient choice. Those are the differences in our health networks. It's free as long as you do what they want you to do in your country.
Mm.
Lots of money here, but you can have choices because we have 50 states and hospital networks everywhere in every state, but still it's money. It's just twisted, man, to save somebody's life. Like it's all dollar and cents. It's healthcare is not a universal right, you guys.
But then you were researching like insurance, weren't you? Medical insurance, and then you said how much like a scan would cost that you
$500
would,
buy insurance
yeah,
for a CT scan or a PET scan or an MRI with contrast, whatever. It's $500. It's what we'd have to pay for
you,
you.
that's crazy.
And you, so my insurance right now, I have really good health insurance to work. As far as the American standard goes, I pay like $25 a week. Doctor visits are free. It's when you start getting into specialties and you need scans and you got to pay, you got to meet a deductible. To add her and her daughter would roughly be about $360 a month for all three of us, is what it would cost if you're paying every single month, whether you use it or not. So,
Why? So obviously, I follow American women with stage four. So when they have to come to renew their insurance, they're like, absolutely dreading renewing. It's going to be like $1,000.
yes, this is what it is. So if you get it in America, which I didn't even know this until lately, which we still have Obamacare here, which is good for people that really can't afford it. But if I was to go out in the private sector and get insurance through my company that I'm with now, I have to disclose prior health concerns. When you get it through the marketplace, which I'm not no more, or I get it through an employer, you don't have to disclose your prior health history. So it's just tricky like that. So
So how do you get around that? Not having to disclose.
it's the law. If it's through employer insurance or the marketplace, you don't have to disclose it. If I go out and get it as a private citizen without, you have to. I don't know the exact details of the law, but when I got my health insurance at work, they didn't ask me anything. They didn't ask me anything about my health history, nothing. So I don't know. I don't know why that is. I think that had something to do with Obama when they reformed and reshaped healthcare. So I'm not exact sure on that. But like say we didn't have but most jobs now offer health insurance, most of them. But say we were just to retire and then go get our insurance out in the public, we'd have to disclose everything. And then they could decide to charge us so much a month or whatever.
I mean, that's insane.
It is insane. But things are coming to where they're going to change in the health system right now. They are. People can't People can't sustain, you can't buy a house anymore, you can't do a lot of things in your country and mine. The average age of buying a house 20 years ago was 30 years old. A single man taking care of his family, a 3 or 4 person family, could actually buy a home. Now it takes almost 2 people working to buy a home. Look at what we looked at. HOA, and remember we were looking at places?
Yeah.
It wasn't the problem. You have to pay just to be there with it, you have to pay for a pool or what. It was just horrible. It's just really bad right now. So that's nothing we got to worry about right now. We got to work on getting you better, baby.
No.
Loading you up with these American pre-labeled drugs. Don't worry about it. Take care of you, babe. India and
I
me.
know. All the supplements and drugs I've got. Oh my God.
Yeah, we got 2 more coming tomorrow.
Oh, geez.
Yes, Dustin, what about if a person had an operation and had a stay in the hospital? How much would that cost in the US? If a person, it goes by sliding scales, it goes by deductibles. It's really, really confusing. Caroline, it's so confusing. It would cost you, they give you, so if you don't have insurance, you need an operation, you go to the hospital, you pay full price, but then the hospital offers you a reduction. If you're low income, you can get Medicaid, and then it's completely covered. So it just depends on your income in the United States, or if your employer offers insurance or not. So it's tricky. It's tricky navigating. But they have an app, and I'm learning every day.
I know it is tricky. I see that from other women in
You got to,
America.
and then it depends on what kind of plan you have. If you have PPO or you have different, it just depends. There's different levels. It's what your company wants to pay in. It's what they offer. It's different. And then there's so many insurance companies. There's Cigna, Aetna, a bunch of them. Blue Cross Blue Shield. This is just like sitting in the front room talking about whatever with your pals. Well, thank you. That's how we feel.
This is us every night, just going through stuff,
It's right.
talking.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is rubbish.
For you're valuing people's life like you are. You're putting a price on this guy's only worth $4,000 because if that operation costs that, and it's going to save that life, you're actually putting a price on somebody's life. And insulin was a huge thing here until recently, the last few years for diabetics. They got to have it or they die. And it's just
That's what scares me about even thinking about moving to America, if that was even possible, you
it's
know.
possible, but it requires more stability on my part, trying to get in better and maybe go up in the company that I'm in and be where healthcare is free. Like their managers where I work, if I get that, they pay for your healthcare. You don't pay a premium or nothing anymore, and it's top notch. And that's my goal, not because of me, because I can get by on Medicaid. It's because of you.
Yeah, the trouble is I can't be reliant on your state medical, can I?
I wouldn't want
That's
to. I would want us to have a for sure thing
yeah.
with a stable company and with knowing that we have so much money put in the bank for your health, like the 15,000 I want to do, and very soon, and put it in there and just lock it away, and then that will cover anything that had to happen to you. And if it costs us more than that, you just go back to England if you had to. But that would cover
I wouldn't
anything.
be able to do that if the situation was that immigration allowed me to go to America because we're married and everything. I would once I'm living in America, I can't go back to the UK and get a free healthcare insurance once you're out of the country
So
for
say this, say your or Clara's there or whatever, and you go back to visit. Say you did get sick or you needed something, you went back to visit, and you just stayed. You know what I mean? They're not going to turn you away, correct?
No, but if I haven't resided in the UK, then
So you're
I'm
able,
responsible then to pay
yeah.
because I'm no longer a citizen in the UK.
No, but nor would we just want you to jump blindly in here without health care either. So just do what I need to do and get health care and have a plan and have you on it, and just need to read the fine print and do what we do, and when we get to that point. You're just not going to jump blindly into the ocean, baby, full of sharks. I promise.
I just wish I could heal kind of naturally and get my immune system
No,
functioning and
right now you feel really defeated, and because it has gotten worse, the scans and stuff like that. But there is a possibility. There is. There is. It's not written yet. It's not. Seeing too many women heal. Like that comment earlier said, stage 4 people are living longer and doing this. Yeah, absolutely. It's happening. It's happening. So we just got to try it on you. We're
mm.
not doing nicotine patches and hydrogen peroxide yet, Sarah.
Oh my god, yeah, he did actually buy me that.
That
Oh my god.
that is the case. That's Dr. O, man.
Mm, great.
Say why, but like you just know. And it was
Yeah.
more of
I think the patches are at the back of my cupboard.
the patches.
Yeah.
Who knows? Nicotine's an amazing thing. I'm not recommending everybody go out there and put nicotine on their skin if they got cancer, but like we're hearing great things about it, you guys. So it's true.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be the
We
last thing I'll
science-
try.
we believe in science, obviously.
Mm. So yeah, that we just thought we'd update, and we're like 71 minutes into this, which is crazy. We just, oh
Other.
God, we just talk, don't we?
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
emotional.
please, if you guys subscribe and follow, if we start doing more of these and just watch her on the journey. And maybe if she does do TikTok, she wants to do some of that too, just to help other women. You want to get to a point where you are helping other people recover. If you're recovering, to keep that and to not share that's a horrible thing, man. I mean, why not share that with people that are having these same fears right now that we're having, these same doubts and these same feelings? Let 'em know that, hey, man, I don't know. It happened for me. I did this, this, and this. I'm not saying it's going to help you, but this is what I did. You might want to try it. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah and Dustin. Yeah, not Sarah, Sarah. Took me a while to
Sorry.
get. Yeah. Hey, right when we first started communicating, in the first phone call, I swear she said her name was Zara, and I wasn't sure, so I just started calling her Blondie because I didn't want to mess her name up because I wasn't sure, like if it's Sarah, Zara, I couldn't pronounce it. I just couldn't hear like what she was saying because I really couldn't understand a British accent at that point at all. Exactly what you're saying all the time.
And
Inside story.
now?
Now I hear you perfectly. Welsh woman completely. Tammy's Journey lady, very much.
Yeah.
When she was giving information out, she came across like you with like proper posh kind of accent. But when she was like just chatting, like with the comments, I couldn't understand what she was saying. She was talking in foreign language.
I know. I said to you, can you understand that? Because she's Welsh.
Guys, we're all right, man. You didn't hear
Gotta
any of this.
speak for yourself. I'm not all right. I'm
No,
traumatized at the moment. I'm traumatized.
this will be watch it back, man.
Yeah, my cancer's progressed.
On the go.
Yay!
What? Well, thank you. I try.
I know. He put on his jumper, then he got all the hairs off his jumper,
Yeah,
and then he had a shave, combed his hair. I thought, is he going off on a date tonight or something?
you.
I
What? Well, I put on my blue shirt that I always wear, and you're like, oh my God. Again?
yeah,
That's how
Mr. American.
they're gonna all
American.
love her. Who? Something you said to me. Going all out in it.
Yeah, he is, isn't it? And there's me, I'm just in a pink sweatshirt. I can't even be bothered to make any effort at the moment with anything.
You're doing the best you can. You are.
Mm,
It's just been a lot
trying.
lately, right?
Yeah, I know. Gotta try and find my sparkle back.
You will. You will. You just got to see it, and you got to know that it's working and give sparks.
I was thinking I've got to try and think myself well and try and get my joints all loosened up and start.
It is part of it. It's like that confessing into reality kind of thing.
Yeah. If I feel well, then maybe I'll become well.
She does look beautiful, don't she? Thank you. She is gorgeous.
But I don't. I I feel so like
Slow.
dull.
Don't change how beautiful you are. Damn, you look good. Like 8
I,
people said.
don't- I even had to cut my hair because my hair fell out. I then had to cut it to try and thicken it out.
Shit fell out on that gabapentin. And then they didn't even say anything about that, giving that to you.
Yeah, I know, drug interactions. Oh my god.
Or you
I've
can't
been
even
through it, haven't I?
take grapefruit with this new one, and you should have been taking pineapple. Didn't even know that until now, and you were drinking tons of that shit.
That's why it stopped working.
Give me a back, baby. You do look good. She ain't buying it, man. She does.
No,
You've been
no.
watching. Well,
Huh? Oh, you talk about a celebrity jungle. No, I haven't. Although I have seen little clips. So, but no, I don't really watch it. I've just been watching those paranormal stuff. I don't know why. I just like watching. I like watching people's ghost stories.
alien abductions lately.
Oh, I haven't been watching that. You wanted me to watch that.
You were watching that not too long ago, but mostly the paranormal stuff
Mm.
and then serial killers. Don't forget.
We're on Dharma now.
We're on Dahmer now. We were on Ed Gein.
Now we're on to Dharma. God.
That's
I think Dustin wants me to watch comedies some days, but I'm like, I'm not. Oh, I'm not in a laughing mood. Yeah. Well, no, actually, he wants me to watch cowboy stuff.
I'm watching Landman right now on Paramount Plus. It's really good.
Of course
It
it
is.
is.
It is. It's a good
Is it?
series. Yes. I think you
What's
might.
it about?
It's about drilling for oil, natural gas, and petroleum. It's the story.
You think I'd be interested in that?
Probably not, but like the story's good. Like the acting's good. From the West Coast, almost. Not quite the Midwest, the western part, Rocky Mountain area.
Utah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've made an appearance. It's a TV show called I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I don't even know if is it on Netflix or what's it on?
no, it's on our ITV.
Didn't get that.
No, you can't get that, so you can't watch it.
Well, yeah, on YouTube an episode.
No, you might be. You can watch little clips of it. But yeah, Jack Osborne is in it.
Yeah. Is it his paranormal show?
Huh?
He has a paranormal show out too.
Yeah, he does. He does do paranormal stuff.
Mhm.
He's really into that.
Yep, it's on YouTube. I'll check it out, man. Cool.
They eat bugs in that and everything. They have to do bush tucker trials.
Like Fear Factor, revamped.
Yeah.
Do you remember Fear Factor with Joe Rogan? That's how he got
No.
started.
No.
It was a contesting game where they would put bugs on people and you eat bugs, and it's just
Oh yeah,
crazy.
because like this one, they've got to get into things with
Like
snakes or rats.
donkey semen. They made him drink donkey semen, and it canceled. NBC canceled it. That was it. Joe Rogan didn't even know they were going to make him do that. He's like, and
Oh,
then that was
they do this on this. They have to eat kangaroo balls and everything, or a penis and stuff.
yeah. I'm familiar with the Big Brother show. Yeah, CBS. And that's been on a long time. Big Brother has.
I could
But,
never do Big Brother.
dude, no.
I hate being around people, so being stuck in a house with
What?
people would be. I think I'm traumatized at the moment. I'd be even more traumatized.
Like 4 times 100, huh? So they're making him do the donkey semen also. It's Big Brother in the jungle, huh? You'd like that
Yeah.
show Alone. Have you heard of that one, Alone?
What?
They go out and survive. They dump them in like it's either in frigid temperatures and rainy, and they got to build their own shelters and everything. But they're alone out there for as long. Whoever lasts the longest wins the show.
Oh, I couldn't do that either. I'd be traumatized with that.
It's really
I,
good.
I, I like my comforts.
So, anything else you want to update on?
No,
If we ever want anybody to rewatch this video,
no. I've been like crying in it and everything.
hey, it's all right. Been crying also. It's
Hmm.
a real person and
At
feeling
least
real.
I wasn't alone.
No,
So yeah, that's the update, and that has taken us probably nearly 2 hours.
10 minutes. Yeah, I'm only going on for 30 minutes, no more.
I know, I did say that as well.
Wanted to sit in the kitchen to do it. And you've been sitting there, you're gonna have a hard time getting up.
I know, I get my joints get so stiff.
Hormone shots, you guys. They're fucking wrecker, man.
I know. My mum walks better than me, and she's 70.
Mhm. That's the little things I was talking about, you guys loving the person you love and helping them. And it's 2:30 a.m. I've nowhere to be else to be. It's about that time where you're at too, huh, honey? What time is it there?
Yeah, it is the
2:30,
same. Yeah.
30 p.m. here at night.
It's what?
7:39 p.m.
Yeah.
What would that be? 15, 20, 100? 20 something. I don't know. You do military time there. I don't know what that is. But 1900 hours here. That's what it is.
Yeah.
19.
This is trouble when Dustin's not working. He keeps me up all night, and then I don't go to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
What you talking about? So my break, which is it's 6 p.m. my time, so that would be 1:38 in the morning your time every single night. So or 1 in the morning your time. We do 5 days a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
7. Yes, yes. 7:39, 7:40. Hey, you want to wrap up?
Yeah.
Dahmer to watch. I asked you and she don't.
We're going to watch Dharma now.
Do you see what that last comment said? Well, call
What?
him up at AM his time. Simples. She did at 5:30 this morning because she had that endoscopy. And you were only well, I called you back. You were only leaving a video message, and then I called you right away.
Yeah.
See how you were before you went to that.
Yeah. I had my endoscopy and I got my results back, so there's no problems there. Everything's normal. So I
Yeah,
think the symptoms I'm having are definitely my cancer.
for sure. Having severe anxiety as far as the tightness all the time, but like
Hmm.
pressing is your lymph nodes.
Yeah.
Good night, guys, gals. Peace.
Oh, don't get Dustin started. Ah,
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope
yeah,
you like
thank you.
subscribe.
We will try and be back at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try not to be so depressed in the next one.
Not you just being a real person. People need more real people. It's okay to feel that way. Show people like it's really not good and flowery and sunshiny and rainbowy all the fucking time. It's not.
I know, but I said to myself that I would try and be positive and believe, and I've just crumbled.
You're not completely.
No, I'm still going to work, so that's a good thing.
You're still trying to. You're fine. You just got a lot coming up. Boom, 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 boom. That's really stressful. You know,
Yeah, I
last
know.
time you go on those new treatments, it does level out for a couple months. It will because they give it to you and they sit back and they wait. That's what they do. And that's when it's time to kick it in and work on it. You know,
Hmm.
you'll have less interactions. That's what you're after anyway with those people or less interactions.
Yeah,
You don't like my black shirt?
yeah.
You bought it for me.
We can hear your tummy rumbling.
Can you?
Yeah.
Bought this for me. The one you bought me
Yeah, I
last year.
know.
Yep.
It suits you.
It's my favorite sweater.
Yeah.
You know my other sweater? You bought that one for me too. You did. And it's a black one. Zips up.
Yeah, I just stick with play safe.
I have a tip pocket, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I would love to get one with a tip pocket, as you call it. He means a little zip on there.
I don't want to use that word. Like, yeah. Was I had a little zipper right here over the tit. It was something else.
That's like, anyway, we're gonna go because yeah, I'm tired. So yeah, we will see you very soon. And thank you for those that have commented nice things and everything, and just
I had to block you.
yeah, I blocked some as well.
Aping children thing was a little inappropriate. That pissed
Well,
me off.
okay. All right, you can talk to me about it afterwards. Right, so good night everybody and take care and yeah. Enjoy putting up your Christmas tree if you're putting it up in the next few days.
Thank
So
you.
good night.
Oh,
Okay, bye everyone. I don't know how to stop it.
that,